Okay, I think my video shut off on me. I think I was right here where it shut off. So we're doing another example. We have 10 freshmen, whatever this club or sports team, 15 sophomores, 16 juniors, and 24 seniors. First question, I want to know the percentage of each. So, like the previous problem, first thing we want to do is find the total. So we're going to add these four numbers together. We can use a calculator for that. 65. So I'm going to put each of these numbers over 65. So freshman, 10 over 65. Sophomores, 15 over 65. Juniors, 16 over 65. And seniors, 24 over 65. And these are going to be decimals, so we can just round to like one decimal spot is fine. Point, actually, we should go more than one decimal spot. Since we want a percentage, we need to times each of these by 100. So 0.15, all that other stuff, times 100. 15 point, now I can go to one decimal spot, 4%. 15 divided by 65 times 100, 23.1%. Juniors, 24.6%. And then finally seniors, which would be 24 divided by 65 times 100, 36.9%. We can add those up and they should be very close to 100. They might not be exact because we rounded, but they should be very close. Letter B. Let's say the freshmen increase by 30% and the juniors decrease by 25%. Find the new numbers. This is something we did back in chapter 6. Increase would be 1 plus r, decrease 1 minus r. So increase would be 1 plus 0.3. If we change it to a decimal, so that's 1.3. And we're going to times that by the original, which is 10. So 10 times 1.3 is 13. So now there are 13 freshmen. Check to see if it makes sense. We had 10, we added 30%, so that number should be larger. Decrease means this number better go down. So we are going to go 1 minus 0.25, which is 0.75. We're going to times that percentage by the original, 16, and that's going to be 12. Check to see if that makes sense. It was at 16. Decrease means it better go down, which it did. Letter C, last question. What's the percentage change of the total population? Well, if we look at the previous problem, freshmen went from 10 to 13, so they went up by 3. Juniors went from 16 to 12, so they decreased by 4. So if I gained 3 freshmen, but I lost 4 juniors, my total population went down by 1. Gain 3, lose 4. I've lost 1 from my total population. So instead of being at, what were we at, 65, now I'm at 64. Now the formula for percentage change is the difference over the original. Since it's a percentage, we're then going to times it by 100. Usually we take the absolute value and just call that a positive number. So the difference is -1, or we'll just say 1, divided by the original, 65, and then we're going to times it by 100. So we have a percentage change of 1.5. Let me show the work for that. So the absolute value of -1, which is 1, divided by 65 times 100. And that's approximately 1.5. So we have a 1.5 percentage change. If we want the direction, it's going downwards. We don't need that, but it doesn't hurt to put that in there. So that's the first section, and that would be the end of this week that we just finished. Again, if you have any questions, let me know.